Well, welcome back to the 52 Old Navy truck build. This is episode is it 14 or 15? One of those two. So anyway, hopefully, well, in this one, we're going to finish up the front hood latch and get that panel all and painted up and installed. Um, we're going to get glass put in, windshield and back window. We don't have the side glass, all this stuff for that yet. We still got to order some of that stuff up. So that'll be another episode. I'll get the doors working okay. Maybe do some more driving, and yeah, we'll just keep plugging away at it. But yeah, it's kind of fun that it starts, runs, drives. Um, we're gonna enjoy the heck out of this thing, I think, next summer. So stick around and see how it goes. Thanks a lot. Well, there it is, all together. Um, there's the new piece on the front here. Fits down in real nice along the grill now. Got the new tabs onto the fenders there. I had to make a little clearance here. Could have hammered that in a little more, but I already had it painted, so didn't want to. And I ended up putting the bed liner on this, like the inner fenders. I just, it still looks a little rumply. You can see in the light there, but it looks a lot better than it did. It was really, I don't know if this thing was in a front end accident one time or not, but it was really pretty messed up. But no, it looks okay now. And let me try to get the hood down here. There she is. Just a little bit higher over on this side here. The gap between the grill and the hood. And like I say, I don't know if there's supposed to be that much gap there, but we're going to run with it. Still need the bumpers on the hood. But all in all, pretty happy with that. So now I got to fix that busted off bolt and the springs for the hood and get the hood springs hooked up and working. But yeah, it pops pretty decent. Like that. She opens up. So we're getting there. I said that before. I'll say it again. So now I'm just getting started on the doors. The gaps are just terrible. And with the weather strip, I don't know if it's on there right or not, but there's no way I can get this door to seat down tight. So working on that. Not a lot of adjustment I can see on these doors, but we'll figure it out. So what you got to do is figure it out. If you don't know, you figure it out. All right, I'm going to keep at it. Well, I've been fighting with these doors. Yeah, there's just not a lot of adjustment on these things, especially up and down. This door, if you look here, man, it really looks like it go up. I know these lines aren't always perfect on these things, but looks like there's a pretty good gap up here. I think it should go up, and she sticks way out. I did get it now, so it's at least not rocking when you close it. I ended up building up this here. Everything that sticks out there is weld I built up. Otherwise the door is shut. You could rock it open some. I got to finish putting screws in. But now it closes good. Don't know until I get the glass in and how well it's sealing. But yeah, they're just, without doing some major surgery on it, it was going to be pretty tough to get the gaps right and, get it to sit nice and even all the way around. The passenger door is better, it doesn't stick out quite as much. And the front gap, you know, it's tight at the bottom, wide up top, but this side's pretty even. But this same thing, I had to build up the weld, but it is solid now. So I built this up a lot. This one really wobbled quite a bit. But now they close good, stay solid. So I think we'll run with that. Yeah, I just took it for a little drive up the road here, and nothing was rattling. Let me reach in and see how she'll fire up. Fires right up. I found out I can turn the noise cancellation off on these mics so things sound a little better. Got the heater switch, mounted it up there. That worked pretty good. It thing really cranks out the heat. Not enough with no glass in it when it's only 40 degrees out, but my fuel gauge is not working. I just put another 3-4 gallons in and it's still not showing, so I got to pull that sending unit out, see what's going on. That's the sending unit that came with the gauge set, so better work. But yeah, getting closer. I did order up a rebuild kit for the front end, do all no tie rod ends and everything underneath her, inner, outer, idler arm, all that. So that's supposed to come later today. So I get that put on tomorrow. I have to get an alignment done on it. I don't know about getting the running boards on this year. We'll see. And the front bumper. See how the weather holds out. But all right. I'm gonna get this thing in the shop, get her up on the hoist, get her ready to do the front end. So I went to grease up the fittings on this thing, the ball joints and tie rod ends and everything, and noticed all the rubber boots on them were deteriorating, cracked, so the grease was just pumping out. So decided to go in and replace all of these. Ended up buying a full front end kit here. Everything from ball joints, tie rod ends, everything you see laying here, center link. One of the kit from TRQ. So we went from this mess to all this. So looks good. Everything's nice and tight now. We just got to get an alignment done and we should be all set. So now next thing on the list is windshield. Be my first attempt at putting one of them in. We'll see how that goes and try to keep this thing moving. Pretty close to being able to take it out actually on the road and get a real test drive in on it. So once we get the windshield in, that's probably what we'll do. So I'm going to keep at it. Thanks. Check it out. There is a windshield in her. And we can walk around here. There's a back window. So yeah, we got glass in. Boy, I'll tell you what, those were a battle. Start with the windshield. So a couple of tips I learned. First one, which I didn't use, but I think is a good idea. I think it was Dirty Dan did it. When you go to install this, you get the glass into the gasket, and he put a couple of screwdrivers, small screwdrivers, through the holes between the two lights of glass and used them to center the windshield. And I think that's a great idea because our first attempt, we started here in the middle with the rope, pulling it. We got about to here, and we couldn't get it to go around that corner because we were too far. I don't remember if it was left or right, which way. So we ended up taking it out, redoing the rope, starting it over again, taking a little more time trying to eyeball each side up so we had our center better. And then we got around till we got up to right up in somewhere around here, and couldn't get it to go much around that past that corner because it was just sitting up too high. So we had to redo the rope, take it out. Third time, we got this side in. Nope, went really pretty nice. This side, we got it around the bottom up and just up into this corner. Whoops, losing focus. Just up to that corner, and it would not go. We fought it and fought and fought and fought. It just wouldn't go. So watched a few more other installations, and a guy, I don't remember who it was, had a great idea. The holes in this center here, I took some thin screws and bolts with fender washers and ran them through, ran 3 of them in there, and just started a sequence tightening a little at a time, bottom one, middle, top, bottom, middle, top. Just kept doing that until it sucked that windshield down. And we also went along and pushed this gasket down, and it has worked its way up a little bit off the glass. So we pushed that down and made sure the rope was sitting down really tight into the groove. And after we got that glass sucked down and that gasket sitting on better, the rope came out no problem, and it sat right down in. So it's just, you got to get things situated right. But that trick of those bolts in the middle, just be careful. You know, you don't want to torque too hard on that glass. But yeah, that did the trick there. So on the back, I think it was just a fight the whole way. I don't know if the glass is a little oversized or that gasket is, but man, it was a fight. We just could not get the glass to sit in. We'd gotten everything except this side here pretty much. And we ended up, when I finally got it, I noticed compared to what I've seen in other installations, the groove that your lock bead sits into on this one was pinched tight together. Ones I saw online, they had a gap in there. So it was really tight, but as long as you keep lots of soap and water, that's just lots and lots, spraying soap and water under, keep it wet, keep it lubed. I got all the way around and up to about here where we were having all the troubles with the install too. And it was so tight, I didn't realize it started ripping the gasket right along here. So I got that glued down now. Yeah, we hope it'll stay seated in. But she's definitely tight. Should be good. Not too worried. I don't think we'll have any issues with leaks. Same on the front. I did not put any sealer underneath the gasket. I just sat the dry gasket in. If we do have any leaks, I think I can get a thin tube, tip of a tube along underneath the gasket and just squirt some silicone or butyl or something in there to seal up any leaks we might have. And also on this corner, the passenger side looked really good. This corner here just doesn't quite fit right to the body. I mean, it's sealed down good, but I might fill that in with some black RTV or butyl or something. So, but all in all, it's in. That's the main thing. But yeah, I tell you what, it was not the easiest thing in the world, but the wife and I got her. So we did it. I'm sure some other you guys out there can do it. So, all right, I'm going to keep at some things. We're going to hopefully get some lettering redone on the sides. We cleaned the glue off. We got some stencils made up, so we'll try to get that put on. Not sure what else, but we'll keep at it and keep you up to date. Thanks.